So tomorrow we have the PPI report coming out, and as of today, the market's kind of looking iffy. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about what the PPI is and some things we can expect through the rest of the week. There's a lot of crazy things coming up. I expect some volatility. Let's see what we can do with the charts here, and let's also see how we can manage around this news. Now, as the making of this video, the PPI report comes out tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. That is going to be pre-market, and we also have the FOMC minutes coming out at 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. This is pretty significant. So what's the PPI? So essentially, this is the producer price index. From a high level, this is kind of what it's costing from a domestic standpoint, what it costs for a lot of these manufacturing companies to sell their goods to others for them to sell to the general public or retail, right? So if we think of like a company like Gap, the companies that make the clothes for Gap, this is how much they're charging Gap for Gap to buy them, and then that affects how Gap sells it to us. Ultimately, this is attesting kind of to the overall market. So this is a pretty significant thing. Now, we have another report coming up on Thursday that is a lot more significant. That is going to be the CPI report. That is a lot different. That's essentially your inflation report. We need to pay attention to that big time, but I think the PPI might give us a little bit of symptoms on the way there, and the CPI is ultimately what the market is looking for this week. So I'd expect tomorrow and Thursday and essentially through the rest of the week, because of some earnings, this market's going to be kind of on edge. So we need to think about these things. So for the PPI report, essentially last time it came in at 8.7%, the market's looking for about 8.4%. As you could imagine, the market's going to price it in well if the report comes in lower, okay? So that's what we're looking for tomorrow. Again, this will be out 8:30 Eastern time, pre-market for all of us. So next, let's jump into the charts. So here's the S&P 500. I like to use SPY. This is an ETF for the S&P 500, so SPY. And you can see, right, we're continuously holding that downtrend here. Now, overall direction is not in our favor unless we're going short, but I want to pay attention to some of the key price action from today. So SPY actually tested new levels today. Matter of fact, let's dial into the 10-minute chart here. You can see SPY made new lows for the year. The lowest point as the making of this video being $355.71. Now, there's a lot of projections ahead that there will be a recession or a market crash, however you may deem it. My prediction is if we do have this, now with that, there's projections that the S&P can get as low as 3,000, or the SPY in this case being 300. That is a pretty significant level. Now, one thing that has been shaking up the markets lately is what Jamie Dimon had to say about the US. So Jamie Dimon is the CEO of JPMorgan, and JPMorgan actually has their earnings report on Friday this week. So this is very significant that it's coming from him. He's a well-respected individual when it comes to the market space, and he warns that there is likely to be a recession in the next 6 to 9 months. That doesn't sound too far-fetched, right? We're talking about inflation, right? Inflation's been at 8.3% as the making of this video. PPI has been at 8.7, so inflation's super high. Interest rates are out of control. There's geopolitical factors. All this stuff is going on, so it's very likely a lot of this stuff's going to kind of come to a crash. Now, we've been having this slow grind down on the S&P 500 or SPY ever since we reached that all-time high here. So the market's been slowly grinding down. So a lot of people are saying, oh, I think we're already in a recession and things like that, but there's still projections of even more downside to that. Now, to me, I see the opportunity in this. I'm kind of eager for it. Now, obviously, I'm hopeful that everybody can manage around this dreadful time that we may have with things being out of control with prices, and maybe there's issues with jobs, which has been strange because there hasn't been. We need to pay attention and look at the opportunities ahead, okay? I like to buy when those are fearful and sell when those are greedy, okay? Warren Buffett's quote. I think there is phenomenal opportunity ahead. With that being said, me being a trader and an investor, I love the opportunity ahead when it comes to the volatility. So combining it all together, there's many factors this week. We have CPI tomorrow, FOMC minutes, which might maybe tick the markets a little bit. We also have core inflation data, right? The CPI report. And then we also have the financial sector kind of kicking off earnings here. So we have a big earnings season ahead, and usually it leads with the financials. So we have a lot of big banks throughout the week, JPMorgan being one of them. So it's going to be a pretty volatile week, and it's going to give us a nice story for the markets for the next few months ahead. We really need to pay attention to these things. And then in the following weeks, we're going to start seeing a lot of these bigger companies coming in too, like big tech, blue chips. So there's a lot of volatility ahead. Nothing surprising. We've been having volatility, guys. Look at the movements here on the S&P the last few months, essentially the whole year. With that being said, there's a key level that I'm watching here on the S&P 500. I'm going to keep it simple for you guys right now. We're watching 355 as the making of this video. 355 is that current floor I want us to hold. We'd like to come to the nice whole round numbers, key psychological levels. 355 is kind of holding us there, if not about 356. Let's hold that for now. Let's watch it day by day. Based on the price analysis of the candles here, you're starting to see a little bit of weakness here, but there's still a lot of rejection of higher prices based on this tall long wick here. But a little bit of an indecision here, but still big volatility today. You even saw it intraday. Look at the mass amounts of these swings here, right? Boom, boom, boom. So it was a pretty volatile day, and I think there's a lot more ahead. And if you guys want to stay tuned with this, all you got to do, baby, is leave a like and leave a follow, baby. Hit that subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. And guys, if you're interested in staying along with my trades, following along with some of our expert analysts and learning some of their strategies as well, be sure to check that link down below in the description, guys, and check out our private Discord channel. I'd love to have you. Other than that, guys, let's hang tight. Let's see what's going to happen next, and I'll catch you in the next video.